Sorry to disappoint, but this I'm not gonna be speaking Mandarin because that would be too much for me, but I'm still gonna have Chinese subtitles. Hello, today my dad is gonna be recording. He's behind the camera right now. 谢谢爸爸. Today I'm gonna be making biang mian. You should make the dough the night before. It's a 2-to-1 ratio of flour and water, and here I'm using 100 grams of flour and 50 grams of water. And you want to try to use as little water as possible. So just mix that until it comes together, and once it starts coming together and looking like a ball, you can put it on a flat surface and start kneading it. Kneading the dough is important because it makes it stronger, which makes forming the noodles easier, and it also gives the noodles a better texture in the end. And you should knead it for about 5 minutes. After that, it should look like this. So just take a bowl, put some oil in it, and then put the dough in. And put some more oil on top of the dough to make sure it's completely covered in oil. Then cover it in plastic wrap and let it rest for 6 to 10 hours. After the noodles done resting, you can start preparing the other ingredients. So for vegetables, you'll need green onion and garlic. I forgot to film me cutting the green onion and garlic, so this footage is from another day. First, you want to cut off the root of the green onion and separate the white and green parts. Then you want to slice up the white part. And for the green part, I like to cut it diagonally, like that. So it just makes it look nicer. And for the garlic, you just need to crush it and dice it. You're also going to need some Sichuan huajiao, or Sichuan peppercorns. Ideally, you would put these in a spice grinder and turn them into a powder, but I don't have one, so I'm just gonna throw them in a bag and smash them. So next is the noodles. Take out the dough that's been resting and then roll it out into a rectangle. And then you want to cut this rectangle into 4 pieces. And take each piece, stretch it out to a decent length, and you want to repeat that with the other pieces. After you've done that, you need to take a chopstick and press it into the center of each piece to make a little perforation that we're going to tear the noodles on later. After that, it should look something like this. Cover them with plastic wrap and then let them sit for another 10 to 15 minutes. During this time, you can start boiling the water. I like to use a wok to boil things because it uses less water than using a regular pot. Also during this time, you could start heating up some oil in a smaller pot. So after the dough is done resting, take a piece and then hold each end. And basically you want to stretch the piece while banging it on the counter to form the noodle. After you're satisfied with the length of the noodle, you could tear it across the middle. And now boil the noodle. These noodles boil pretty quickly, and you can just tell when it starts to float a little, you can take it out. Now just repeat this with the rest of the noodles. When all the noodles are done, you can put in the white part of the green onion, the garlic, and the Sichuan pepper powder. Also, put in some chili flakes. You should use the Sichuan chili flakes for this. Now take the oil that you were heating up earlier and pour it over the chili flakes. Here, it's a little too cold. You should have your oil pretty hot. If you don't have chili flakes, then I'm pretty sure you can use lao gama. Lao gama is a very popular chili sauce, and a lot of people use it, including this wrestler.
这是非常好的 chili sauce， 所以现在每天我用老干妈在西凉话，我用很多老干妈。
Now you can mix the noodles with some soy sauce, and then put whatever toppings you want. Today I'm going to put some pork and an egg on top. I like to mince my own pork instead of using ground pork since the texture is better. You just have to take a piece of pork, dice it, and then just chop it many times with a big knife. You can use whatever meat you want. This is just what I have in the fridge. Then you could take this and put it in the pan. Season it with salt and pepper, and then put it to the side. For the egg, a popular method is to put a lot of oil in the pan, and then crack the egg in and scoop the hot oil on top of the egg which makes the top cook faster. But now that all that is done, you can put on these toppings and then put on the green part of the green onion.
This sucks. Gives you when I'm not